Hey everyone, a very warm welcome to the LitmusChaos contributors call. This call is all about discussing upcoming contributions, current and existing contributions to the project. In the last couple of weeks, updates and more around what can be done on the project contribution side or the community side of things. So before we drop onto the agenda, I see one of the new members who's joined the call. Balik Shan. So Balik Shan, would you quickly like to introduce yourself to the community? Right, I think Balik Shan has introduced himself on chat. No worries. A very warm welcome again to the contributors call. And with this, I would jump on to the agenda we have in hand. So we'll be discussing about a few contribution points from Namkyu. He wants to share a few insights on the roadmap project, a Korean mentorship program he's working on, and the integration with K6 load generator. So before we talk about anything else, Namkyu, you can take over.
Okay, can I share my screen?
Sure, Namkyu, you can.
Okay, wait a second, please. Yes, I want to share three things with the community. Please check our chat. And the first one is a GitHub project. I already made two GitHub projects. The first one is LitmusChaos review, and second one is roadmap. Two things for the tracking pull request and also for our roadmap, because we already have a roadmap, but it is outdated and cannot be updated regularly. So I propose these two things. We can easily manage what we do. Like, for example, we can tracking ready for review in review and change requested and approve status. And it's a Kanban board, and we can easily manage it. And the second one is our roadmap, so we can easily add a backlogs or proposals or currently development or next release. So it would be great because our potential contributors can easily find out what they can contribute, and the responsibility of the maintainers can be distributed. So yes, so please take a look at this one if you are members or maintainers. Yes, and the second one is about the Korean mentorship program I participated. The name is 2024 Open Source Contribution Academy, and the purpose of this program is same as LFX mentorship or Google Summer of Code, and the number of projects is 15. It contains Argo CD, OpenStack, Linux Kernel, and LitmusChaos, and each project number of mentee is from 15 to 20. So I'm one of mentor of this program, and is hosted by Korean government. And you can check an English version of this program in our chat here. So yes, take a look at this program. And this program started in July. So please warm welcome when they come to our community. And the third one, last but not least, is about our new chaos board, K6 root generator. It already all the PRs are already merged, and it will be releasing next maybe 3.7, maybe 2 weeks or later. So I currently write a blog post about this one. So I hope this will be published to the Litmus blog. Yes, thank you.
So good question, Namkyu. Maybe I'm asking this over this call itself. Have you thought around the issues we want to take over in terms of the mentorship program or any specific goals that we want to achieve out of the mentorship program in terms of contribution to Litmus?
I currently searching what they can contribute, and I think we can mimic chaos mesh like JVM chaos board or whatever. And also the goal of this program is for the participate. They mainly participate as a student, so the goal of this program is for the first contribution. So yes, I will let you know when I need a request to you something. Yes.
Sure, Namkyu. Thanks for the update. All right, I'll quickly share my screen and talk a little bit around the LitmusChaos Con. So, folks, I'm happy to share with you that the LitmusChaos Con community conference all about Litmus and chaos engineering is live now. So I'll share both the links to register for the conference as well as to submit a talk. So we'll be discussing around use cases, integrations. Uh, if you have a contribution story, if you have a community story, say learnings from the community, if you have an important user story, or if you want to talk about something around running LitmusChaos in your environment from the operations perspective, feel free to submit a talk, even if you are new to the community or if you have participated in the LFX mentorship program in some way or the other. Feel free to submit a talk. And if you want to participate as an attendee, you can do that too. And you can just attend and learn more from the LitmusChaos community itself. And as you can see, the CFP is live on Sessionize, so you need to submit the session title, description. If you have any other notes, you can have three formats. There's a lightning talk, that's a 15-minute session. There's a 30-minute session, and there's a 60-minute workshop. So it's up to you on what exactly you want to cover, and the CFPs are open until 24th of June 2024. We'll have an announcement blog that comes out by tomorrow. So yeah, and then obviously if you want to add co-speakers, you can go ahead and add co-speakers and submit the event. So yeah, just go ahead and submit your talks and be a part of LitmusChaos Con. We are hoping to see you all participate in some form, and yeah, happy to assist you in terms of, let's say you need some assistance in your CFP submission or topic, or you have an idea in your mind and you just want to talk uh, to the community before submitting, feel free to reach out to me. So with this, I'll stop sharing and I allowed Nilanjan to take things forward in terms of discussing contributions. So Nilanjan, you can go ahead.
Thank you so much, Prithvi. So yeah, I'll be going through all the contributions that we have made in the past 2 weeks in the course side as well as the control plane side of the things. Let me just quickly share my screen. So yeah, lots of contributions we have today. Let's go through one by one. So first contribution that I'd like to talk about is by Saranya. So she made the login and error messages as generic. So earlier, what used to happen is we used to give very specific error message on something when something goes wrong during the authentication. So that was essentially a security risk because we would like to just give a gist of what really happened. That is, something failed on the authentication side. So yeah, this adds that. You can just see the changes if you want. We are not saying exactly if the user is not found or the user is deactivated. We are just saying that it's invalid credentials. So thank you so much to Saranya for these changes. Next, we are again Saranya. It's about adding the necessary RBACs for creating and fetching JWT tokens. So this is again for RBAC level changes where we are right now revamping our RBACs for creating and fetching the JWT tokens that are used inside the code on a user level. So basically, we are just getting the RBAC from the user perspective, the role that they have, and then see whether they have the permissions for creating and fetching the JWT tokens or not for the entire auth flow to work. So again, thanks to Saranya for this nice change. Then next change is by Shubham. So this is about fixing the subscriber and event tracker inside the subscriber and event tracker, the logic for custom TLS cert and root cert pool instead of override. So earlier, what we used to do is for all the certificates, custom certificates, HTTPS certificates, we used to override the any existing certificates with the custom provided certificate. However, that was a bad practice because essentially we were removing any other certificates from that cert pool. So right now we have fixed this behavior. Instead of overriding the same, we will be adding the new certificate to the existing pool of certificates so that everything works nicely. So again, thank you so much, Shubham, for making these changes. Next change is also by Shubham. So this is regarding consolidating the service accounts for the chaos infrastructure. So this is mainly about consolidating two components, RBACs, mainly the service account parts and the permissions related to them. That is the event tracker and the subscriber. So, I mean, they have pretty much the same permissions that are required. So instead of having two different RBACs, we are just consolidating in the chaos infra service account. And similarly, we have the roles and the role bindings for them, which is now helping us simplify the entire manifest, which is used for the Litmus installation. So again, thank you so much, Shubham, for this nice change. Then we have a contribution from Amit, and it is for adding the labels for the execution and the control plane components. So this is just to distinguish better between the execution and control plane components during the installation. We have added right now whether the components are belonging to the control plane or to the execution plane, as you can see. So this will help with the better management, whether you are trying to just remove anything or you're trying to upgrade anything. These labels will be helpful to you. So yeah, thank you so much, Amit, for this nice change. Then we have a first time contributor, Smriti. So Smriti has updated the docs page for what is Litmus. It's a generic refactor with some changes regarding the terminology as well as punctuation and grammar. So yeah, thank you so much, Smriti, for adding these changes. Lastly, we have a prayer from myself. That's just for changing a few of our probe schema. So as you might know that initially we have changed the units for our probes from having just seconds as its unit to supporting all the different kind of time values that might be associated in the probe run properties. So accordingly, we had not updated the documentation. So yeah, this is the fix for that, as well as updating a few of the headings. So yeah, that's the list of all the contributions. Thank you so much to all the contributors. Yeah, back to you, Prithvi.
Thanks, Ranjan, for your PRS.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nilanjan, for sharing all the updates. I think one contribution I would like to talk about, and this was the PR raised by me, and because we have Vedant on the call as well, maybe he can share his inputs. That was on versioning and release, and I think there's been a question going on in the community itself about compatibility with Kubernetes. So I think I have updated the release guidelines, and maybe if we are able to merge this PR, we are also going to be able to add more updates to this in terms of versioning and release. So right now, I think I would like to thank Cortex, the project, the CNCF graduated project, which has helped us create this update to the release guidelines, where we are trying to one thing is we are trying to show the end of life to the versions that we are supporting, that is 1.x and 2.x, and our support, active support towards 3.x. And then I think this question was asked by a couple of community members, that's Dhruv and Bruno. around which version of Kubernetes is supported for which version of Litmus, mapping them alongside. So just wanted to get some inputs on Vedant here on the PR, and then maybe updating the Kubernetes versions as well.
Yeah, so I had checked your PR, but like not completely. So what I was seeing that, we have defined some standard guidelines for like how the versioning for Litmus will be going on, right? One input that I had was, I think in your README that you have added, right? Like the versioning will be going like, with a suffix, not a suffix, a prefix V, and then the whole, major, minor, and patch. We having that V tag is something that we may not be able to have. Reason behind it is like Golang. If let's say we release some package from this GitHub repository, right? Golang doesn't support importing the package having a tag, having a prefix V. It needs only the like exact version, one dot something dot something. But I mean that is something that I had checked very previously, but maybe we can check it again. If they have started supporting the same, have even having the prefix V, then it is good to have. But on the this one, right, compatibility part with respect to Kubernetes and what Litmus can support, right? So I think that is something that may not come as part of I would say release versioning, but because like anyways like let's say if we do make some changes, right, with to support a major version of Kubernetes, that may or may not be a breaking change, right? So our release versioning may not be dependent on like which version of Kubernetes we would be supporting, but surely like as like community is also asking, right, what versions of Kubernetes we do support, that type of compatibility matrix we will need, but that shouldn't be dependent on our release process. It could be, we can have some automation which can, do some testing on different KTS versions of clusters. I think previously also we used to do something like that. Like in our GitHub action pipelines, we used to run, I think, latest three versions of Kubernetes, and then check like if we are able to support them or not. So something like that similar we can do. I think something similar like that, like Argo or other projects also do. So that is something we can do, but I don't think that will come as part of our release guidelines. It should be a separate thing from this one.
Sure, Vedant. I think I agree with you. The only thing we need to check here is if we supported or no. And the second thing is I've added a rough compatibility matrix for now. So get this merged, we'll just have a compatibility matrix, and then obviously we need not write it on. I mean, our each release may not be dependent on that, but let's just keep updating the compatibility matrix for the communities to see, because even if we're not supporting 2.x anymore, I think a lot of users are still using 2.x or trying to use 2.x.
Correct. Yeah, I agree to that. Yeah.
Sure. Thanks. Thanks, Vedant. I think we have 10 minutes on the clock. So we have Aryan with us. Aryan, would you like to share updates on your recent contributions?
Sure, sure. Yeah. Am I audible properly?
Yes, you are audible.
1 second, I will show on screen. Mm, Okay. Is it visible?
Yes, Aryan.
Okay. So in the last few days, I actually moved forward with the front end of my multiple project owner feature. So I think I showed about how to create project, how to I added a dashboard, I added filters, how to add filters and all the filters and the search bar. We can also could query on the basis of search. So let me just show you a demo. We can create a project like let's name is as admin project something. Admin project description would be admins project, and I can add tags like litmus or I can add like chaos and many more tags we can add. So let's just confirm, and this will create our project. And on clicking it, we will go into the project, and let's just go back for a second. and the tags can be shown here. And on the basis of there are kind of filters like the projects created by user and invited by others. We can do one thing. Let me check. We have an extra user here. Okay, so we have an extra user here. I'll just create a project from another user. So one second. I think it's kind of glitchy. So in this project, we will just invite the admin. One second. Invite the admin, so it will remember the admin. We can invite it as a owner role. We will go there. Admin. Okay. Now in the project section, in filters, I have two kind of filters. There is a one, it is created by the current user, and one is invited by others. So if we filter it by created by user, the two projects we have right now will be filtered. And if we do it by invited by others, the right we did one right now, it will show the which is created by other and not the current user. Other than that, let's just recess it, and we have a filter on the basis of name, and on the base name, and we can do ascending and descending also, and on the basis of time also, like the time created, time we created the project. There also we have ascending and descending. And let's just reset for 1 second. And we have also search based projects. So search, we can do the R searches and all test projects. So there's a little bit latency. I don't know why that is happening. 1 second. Yeah, I think it's case based. Yeah, that's how it is. Also, there's pagination, but are not enough projects for it. Let me just do it for 5 and create 5 projects. W random names. So like I've created 6 projects for now, and I have added a show 5 per page, so the pagination can work. And this is how the pagination will look like. So that's it mostly. And yeah, the delete project also is here. Option is given. We have added the new API in the backend for delete project. And yeah, that's it from my side.
Thank you so much, Aryan, for your updates. One last thing, perhaps you can also start working on a blog about your contributions as you're part of the LFX mentorship program. It will be great to have you
Mhm.
cover all of this in a blog about your contributions.
Yeah, surely. I will be starting the second project I have in my LFX mentorship program, which one is the log API also. So I'll start both of the blog and the new project in like simultaneously. I'll I'll try to do that.
Sure, Aryan. Sounds good. I think we have 4 minutes on the clock, so I would just request Balik Shan if I think he's raised a PR if you want to just talk about your PR over the call. So
Hi everyone, can you hear me?
Yes,
yes,
yes.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I recently opened a PR to solve the issue as page, hashtag 4612 hide cluster-wide access infrastructure option and case under namespace scope. I made a PR to hide the cluster-wide access option when the case introduced in a namespace scope. I'm waiting for a review, so someone could review.
could you share the link to your PR?
Yeah. I have shared it in the Slack.
Yeah.
I also have a doubt. When we are installing Litmus in a development environment, how can I make case into a namespace to scope? How to run it in a namespace to scope? We have an option to install it in a namespace to scope. I have seen it in the wiki, but I am not sure how to do it in development.
Uh, Yeah, sorry. I think when we say right on the control plane side, like installation in terms of a namespace scope or cluster scope, right? So, anyways, on the front end side, there is not much effect, but on the back end side, that's where it makes the I would say impact. So, like in back end, you have an env which takes like chaos center scope or something like that. One env is there. So I think even if you are setting it up locally, right? Maybe if you're setting up like the Go run servers and all, in that case, like you might be using some envs or some .env file, right? So in that case, there is an env chaos center scope. That env you can set by default. I think it would be cluster. You can set it at namespace, and that would make it a namespace scope
Oh,
in the
okay, okay.
GraphQL server.
Thank
Yeah.
you. I would also like to know about the LFX mentorship program. How can I get involved?
I think, Balikshan, we are submitting a few issues for the next term. So once these issues are live, I think you can apply and maybe work alongside the mentors on submitting our application and letting us know how exactly you want to contribute, and then maybe go through the selection process and be a part of the program. That's how it's done.
Oh, thanks. Thank you.
So maybe you can just be part of the contributors group and keep yourself posted on Slack as well as other platforms which talk about the LFX mentorship program, and we'll be sharing it on Slack as well that the LFX mentorship program is live with these issues on Litmus, and then you can try picking them up and contributing.
Oh, thank you. I will join and update you about if I do anything related to LFX.
Sure, absolutely. All right, I think we are just on time. So thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in, and appreciate all your time and contributions to Litmus. We'll be again meeting in a couple of weeks' time. So until then, see you, everyone. Thanks for joining in. Bye.